Every great journey starts with a single decision. In my life, I learned that the choice to improve, to grow, to change, no one can make that choice for you. You have to want it enough to commit to it fully. When I started Alibaba, I didn't know if we would succeed, but I knew one thing. I wanted to create something meaningful. I chose to take that step even though the path was unclear. And that one decision, to take control of my future, changed my life entirely. Making the choice to change is only the beginning. This is not a one-time promise. It's a commitment you renew every single day. When you wake up in the morning, remind yourself why you're doing this, why you made that decision in the first place. Life will challenge you, and there will be days when you feel like quitting. But if you keep that decision alive, if you continue to remind yourself of your purpose, then nothing can stop you. To truly change, you need to find your why. What drives you? What makes this journey worth it? For me, it was the belief that I could make a difference for millions of small businesses. Find that reason, and it will keep you going even when times get tough. The stronger your why, the easier it becomes to make sacrifices and stay focused. Start by making a small promise to yourself, one that aligns with the person you want to become. Maybe it's committing to learning one new thing every day, or dedicating time to a project that inspires you. Remember, the decision to change doesn't need to be grand, it just needs to be real. Over time, that decision will become a way of life, and you'll see yourself transforming, little by little. Your journey is yours to shape. You don't need anyone's permission to start. You just need to decide that you're ready to grow. Once you've made that choice, everything changes. I made that decision all those years ago, and it's the reason I'm here today, sharing this with you. Take that first step, and trust me, the rest will follow. Discipline is the foundation of any great achievement. I always say that discipline is what keeps you moving forward when motivation fades. When I started Alibaba, there were days when excitement wasn't enough to get me through. It was discipline that kept me showing up, pushing through, and doing what needed to be done. Discipline is like a muscle. You have to train it, build it up over time, and once you do, it will carry you through any challenge. The best way to build discipline is through habits. Start with one small habit that brings you closer to your goals. Maybe it's setting aside 15 minutes every morning to read, or dedicating time to focus on your goals without distractions. Consistency is what turns actions into habits, and habits into a lifestyle. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it by sticking to your routine, no matter what. In the early days, discipline will feel hard, but each time you stick to your habit, it gets easier. Think of it like planting a tree. At first, you don't see much growth, but with time and attention, that tree grows strong roots and becomes part of the landscape. Discipline is the same. Once you establish it, it becomes second nature, a force that drives you forward even when the road gets rough. Discipline doesn't mean perfection. There will be days when you stumble, and that's okay. What matters is that you get back on track and keep going. For me, the key was not to focus on perfection, but on persistence. I kept going, and over time, discipline became my strongest ally. When you live with discipline, you become unstoppable. Your dreams are no longer just ideas. They're actions you take daily. This is what separates those who wish from those who achieve. Embrace discipline, build your habits, and watch as you transform your life step by step. Goals give you direction, a target to aim for. When I first set goals for Alibaba, I didn't aim for something vague like success. Instead, I defined specific milestones that were within reach. I broke down the bigger vision into smaller, clear steps. This way, every little achievement felt like progress, like proof that we were moving in the right direction. Goals keep you focused, especially when things get tough. When you set goals, make them tangible. It's not enough to say, I want to succeed. Define what success means for you. Maybe it's mastering a skill, building a network, or reaching a particular financial milestone. Whatever it is, make sure it's clear. A goal should feel like a promise you make to yourself, something you can measure and celebrate as you move forward. Breaking down big goals into smaller, daily, or weekly tasks was essential for me. If my goal was to improve our platform, I'd start with specific targets like improving one feature or reaching a certain number of customers each month. Every little step brought us closer to the larger vision, and each step, no matter how small, gave us momentum. Goals also keep you accountable. When you have a target, you're less likely to be swayed by distractions or discouragement. You know what you're working toward, and that focus keeps you grounded. Even on difficult days, having clear goals reminds you of your purpose and pushes you to keep moving. When you set and pursue clear goals, you're creating a map for your future. This map gives you the courage to continue even when the road is uncertain. Goals transform dreams into realities, and they help you become someone who doesn't just wish, but achieves. So take the time to define your goals clearly and let them guide you every step of the way. Consistency is one of the most powerful forces in life. When people ask me how I built Alibaba, I tell them it wasn't with big dramatic steps. It was the result of small, consistent actions repeated every day. Real change isn't about doing something huge once. It's about doing something meaningful every day. This is how you build momentum, how you create a foundation that can support big dreams. Each small action matters. Whether it's setting aside time to work on a skill, learning something new, or connecting with people who inspire you, these actions build on each other. Consistency is like water wearing down stone. Over time, even the smallest effort can create something remarkable. When I look back, it was these small daily steps that made Alibaba possible. Consistency also builds trust in yourself. Each day you show up, you prove to yourself that you can be counted on, that you're committed to your vision. This self-trust is incredibly powerful. When you believe in yourself, you stop waiting for the right time or perfect conditions because you know you can adapt and push through. There will be days when progress seems slow or invisible, but consistency teaches patience. It reminds you that every step, no matter how small, is a part of your journey. With time, these small actions create results, and you start to see the impact of your efforts. Consistency transforms dreams into realities. When you commit to daily actions, you're telling yourself and the world that you're serious about your goals. This is how you build a life that reflects your true potential. Start small, stay consistent, and watch how those small actions become the foundation of something extraordinary. Discomfort is a sign that you're growing. I often say that if you're always comfortable, you're probably not moving forward. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. Think of it like wearing a pair of shoes that you've outgrown. They pinch, they hurt, and you know it's time to find something that fits your new size. Discomfort is the same. It's a reminder that you're ready for something more. When we built Alibaba, there were countless moments of discomfort. We faced doubts, setbacks, and rejections, but I learned to see these challenges as opportunities to grow. Each obstacle forced me to develop new skills, to think creatively, and to adapt. Discomfort isn't something to avoid, it's something to welcome. It's a sign that you're expanding beyond your limits. The moments that push you out of your comfort zone are the ones that define you. Embracing discomfort means taking risks, stepping into the unknown, and accepting that growth doesn't always feel good. But each time you face a challenge, you become stronger, more resilient, and more prepared for the future. Learning to be comfortable with discomfort will open doors you never imagined. Instead of fearing change, you start to look for opportunities to grow. You see each new challenge as a chance to improve, and with time, you find yourself achieving things that once seemed impossible. Growth requires courage. Embrace the discomfort, let it teach you, and let it transform you. With each challenge you overcome, you're moving closer to your potential. Remember, success doesn't come to those who stay comfortable. It comes to those who are willing to stretch themselves and grow. Learning is the key to continuous growth. I believe that as long as we keep learning, we keep growing. Every day is an opportunity to gain a new skill, a new perspective, or a new insight. When I started Alibaba, I knew nothing about technology, but I committed to learning. That curiosity and willingness to learn is what fueled our growth, even when the odds were against us. Learning doesn't need to be complicated. It could be as simple as reading a few pages of a book, watching a video, or talking to someone with a different perspective. The goal is to keep your mind open and active. Each new piece of knowledge adds depth to your understanding and prepares you for new challenges. The habit of learning also makes you adaptable. As you gain more knowledge, you become better equipped to handle uncertainty. In a world that's constantly changing, those who are willing to learn have the advantage. They can pivot, they can adapt, and they can overcome. Learning daily is like planting seeds. Some will grow immediately, while others take time to flourish. But every seed you plant adds value to your life. This habit keeps you curious, keeps you engaged, and keeps you moving forward. It reminds you that there's always something new to discover. Make learning a priority in your life. Don't let a single day go by without adding something new to your mind. With this commitment, you'll find yourself growing in ways you never expected. Embrace the journey of lifelong learning, and it will open doors you never knew existed. The people you surround yourself with have a powerful impact on your life. In my journey, I realized that not everyone is aligned with growth. Some friends, even well-meaning ones, can hold you back with habits that don't contribute to your goals. Choosing the right company is one of the most strategic decisions you can make. Think about the people around you. Are they lifting you up or pulling you down? Some friendships are based on comfort, routine, or shared habits that don't serve your future. When you're on a path of growth, it's essential to surround yourself with people who challenge you, who push you, and who support your journey. Choosing your company wisely means seeking out people who inspire you. I found that when I surrounded myself with individuals who were motivated, ambitious, and open-minded, I felt inspired to be the same. This positive influence makes all the difference in staying committed to your goals, even when things get hard. Letting go of unproductive friendships can be difficult, but it's necessary for your growth. As I learned, your environment shapes your mindset. Surround yourself with people who share your values, who believe in growth, and who want to see you succeed. This support network will be invaluable as you move forward. Your company is a reflection of your commitment to growth. Choose wisely, align yourself with people who uplift you, and let them be part of your journey. Together, you'll find that growth becomes not just possible, but a shared adventure. Failure is not the end. It's part of the journey to success. When I started Alibaba, we faced so many setbacks that failure almost felt like a constant companion. But each failure taught us something invaluable, something we couldn't have learned otherwise. Instead of seeing failure as a defeat, I learned to see it as a stepping stone, each one bringing us closer to our goals. Failure forces you to adapt, to rethink your approach, and to come back stronger. When something doesn't work, it's not the end, it's simply feedback. You learn what doesn't work, and that knowledge helps you improve. In every failure, there's a lesson that prepares you for the next challenge. With this mindset, failure stops being something to fear and becomes a teacher instead. One of the most powerful lessons failure taught me was resilience. Every setback tested our commitment, our resolve, and our vision. By learning to stand up after each fall, we became stronger, more adaptable, and more determined. Resilience is the key. It's what allows you to keep moving forward, even when things don't go as planned. Turn each failure into fuel for your journey. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to grow? With this perspective, you'll find that failure is not a barrier, but a bridge. Each time you rise after a fall, you're one step closer to your goals. Success is built on the foundation of failures turned into lessons. Embrace every setback, use it as an opportunity to learn, and let it bring you closer to the life you're working to create. Remember, every successful person has faced failure. The difference is that they didn't let it stop them. They let it guide them forward. Gratitude is one of the most powerful practices anyone can adopt. When we take a moment to appreciate even the smallest things in our lives, it shifts our mindset and opens the door to positive experiences. Gratitude teaches us to value the journey as much as the destination, finding joy in the present rather than waiting for some future moment to feel fulfilled. Practicing gratitude daily is a reminder that no matter what, there is always something worth celebrating. Each day is filled with small victories. By pausing to acknowledge them, we nurture a positive attitude that transforms how we see ourselves in the world. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges, but rather recognizing that amidst everything, there are reasons to feel grateful. When I was building Alibaba, there were countless obstacles, but I always tried to find one thing each day to be grateful for. That practice kept me grounded and gave me the strength to keep moving forward. Gratitude isn't just about giving thanks. It's a practice that fosters resilience. As we acknowledge our blessings, we become more aware of our strengths and less affected by setbacks. Life will inevitably throw challenges our way, but gratitude helps us stay focused on what truly matters. It reminds us that even in the hardest times, there are things we can count on and people who believe in us. Incorporating gratitude into your daily routine can be as simple as keeping a journal or taking a few moments in the morning to reflect. You may find that these small acts have a significant impact, filling your life with a renewed sense of purpose and satisfaction. Gratitude has a way of attracting more good things. The more we focus on what we have, the more we receive in return. A life of gratitude is a life of fulfillment. As you continue on your journey of growth and self-improvement, remember to give thanks for every step, every lesson, and every person who supports you along the way. With gratitude as your foundation, you will build a life that is rich, meaningful, and filled with countless reasons to celebrate. Your environment has a tremendous influence on your success and productivity. A cluttered, disorganized space can distract you and drain your energy, while a clean, organized environment encourages focus and clarity. When pursuing any goal, it's essential to surround yourself with a space that reflects your ambitions. This could mean a dedicated workspace for your studies, or an area free of distractions where you can focus entirely on your goals. Creating a conducive environment doesn't stop at physical space. It extends to the people around you and the energy they bring. A supportive environment full of positivity gives you the strength to push forward when things get tough. Conversely, an environment filled with negativity or constant distractions can easily derail your progress. At Alibaba, we focused on creating a culture that inspired people, an environment where creativity and hard work flourished. Setting up your environment means aligning everything around you with your objectives. For instance, if your goal is to study more, eliminate unnecessary electronics from your workspace. If you're pursuing a business goal, surround yourself with reminders of your vision. The more intentional you are with your space, the more it will reflect your commitment and keep you motivated. Think of your environment as an extension of your goals. Everything in it should serve a purpose and contribute to your progress. When you look around and see only the things that inspire you, you become more determined and focused. This deliberate setup ensures that you're always reminded of where you're headed, and it keeps your mind free to work on what truly matters. To achieve any meaningful transformation, take control of your environment. Shape it into a space where your ambitions can thrive, where distractions are minimized, and where every detail supports your growth. By surrounding yourself with positivity and purpose, you create the ideal conditions to bring your dreams to life. Success comes from striking a balance between living in the present and planning for the future. Every task, every decision made with focus today lays the foundation for tomorrow's achievements. Staying present allows you to give your best to each moment, to approach every challenge with your full attention. At the same time, a vision of the future acts as a guiding light, helping you keep moving in the right direction. When we focus fully on the present, we gain the power to master each moment. Whether it's a small task or a major decision, approaching it with clarity makes all the difference. Life is constantly moving, and only those who understand the value of now can truly build a successful future. I often remind myself that the present is all we really have, and how we use it shapes everything that follows. A clear vision for the future gives our actions today more meaning. Goals and dreams are what keep us motivated, but it's the steps we take daily that bring us closer to them. Each moment we invest now, each skill we develop, is a brick in the foundation of our future. A balanced approach is key, grounding yourself in the present while allowing the future to inspire your path. Letting go of worries about the future doesn't mean ignoring it. It means trusting that your present efforts are guiding you there. When we find this balance, life flows naturally. We gain both the clarity to act today and the optimism to look forward. It's this harmony that keeps us resilient and on course, no matter the obstacles. Keep your focus firmly on today, but don't lose sight of where you're headed. This balance keeps you grounded and prepares you for the next steps. By embracing both the present and the future, you create a path that is both fulfilling and inspiring, one that leads you toward a life of purpose and accomplishment. Adaptability is one of the most crucial qualities in a world that never stops changing. Being able to adjust to new situations, to embrace the unexpected, is a strength that will carry you far. Life is constantly shifting, and those who can adapt are the ones who thrive. When you see change as an opportunity rather than an obstacle, You unlock doors that others might miss. This flexibility is the foundation of resilience and success. In my journey, adaptability has been a cornerstone of progress. Building Alibaba meant facing countless uncertainties, but embracing each change as a challenge allowed us to grow. Rather than fearing the unknown, I've always believed in welcoming it. Adapting doesn't mean abandoning your goals. It means finding new ways to reach them, even when the road takes unexpected turns. Adapting to new situations requires a willingness to learn and an open mind. Each change, each new challenge, brings lessons that expand our skills and perspectives. When we allow ourselves to grow with each experience, we build a foundation that becomes stronger with every shift. Change isn't something to fear, it's something to leverage, a way to develop strengths we never knew we had. Flexibility doesn't mean losing your way, it means being resourceful and creative in finding solutions. Embracing new methods, trying new approaches, and constantly reevaluating your path ensures that you are always moving forward. Change will always be a part of life, and those who adapt are the ones who lead, who create, who make a difference. Welcome change as a partner in your journey. Adapt to the new, embrace the unknown, and use each experience to build a better version of yourself. This adaptability is what keeps you growing, what opens new doors, and what ultimately leads you to achievements you may never have imagined. Energy is the driving force behind every achievement. Maintaining a high level of positive energy and inspiration is essential for anyone aiming to accomplish something significant. Positive energy fuels determination, creativity, and resilience. Staying inspired allows you to keep going even when the path gets tough. Surround yourself with sources of motivation, people, and activities that renew your drive and keep your ambitions alive. High energy is contagious. When you cultivate a positive mindset, it naturally influences those around you, creating an environment where everyone feels motivated to strive for more. In my experience, energy doesn't just come from rest or relaxation, it comes from a purpose. When you have a clear goal, each step toward it recharges you. The more aligned your actions are with your purpose, the more energy you have to give. Inspiration, too, must be nurtured daily. Whether it's through reading, connecting with like-minded individuals, or learning something new, keeping your mind active keeps your vision fresh. You never know where a new idea might come from or what might spark your next great insight. Building this environment of inspiration is like surrounding yourself with reminders of why you started and where you're headed. There will always be days when energy feels low or motivation wanes. During those times, return to the things that inspire you. Look at how far you've come and remind yourself of your purpose. High energy and inspiration don't come by accident. They're cultivated, one decision at a time, through habits that reinforce positivity. Let your energy and inspiration be the fuel that powers your journey. With these forces by your side, you'll find the strength to overcome any challenge, to keep reaching for greater heights, and to continue building a life that reflects your aspirations and dreams. Real transformation takes time and patience. While it's natural to wish for quick results, the most meaningful changes come from consistent effort over time. Success is a journey built on patience and persistence, and each small step forward brings you closer to the person you aspire to be. True growth happens when you commit to the process and keep moving forward, even when progress feels slow. Patience allows you to appreciate each stage of your journey. In every endeavor, there will be moments of progress and moments of challenge. Recognizing that both are essential keeps you grounded and focused on the bigger picture. Building Alibaba taught me the value of this patience. Nothing happened overnight, but every effort brought us closer to our vision. Persistence, too, is crucial. It's the determination to keep going, to keep striving, regardless of obstacles. There will be times when giving up seems easier, but those who persist are the ones who succeed. Each challenge overcome strengthens your resolve, proving to yourself that you have what it takes to reach your goals. Persistence is a mindset, a belief that every effort counts. Transformation is a gradual process, shaped by patience and commitment. It's a journey that can't be rushed, but one that's deeply rewarding. With each step, each small victory, you're building a foundation that lasts. And when you look back, you'll realize that it was the steady, patient progress that created a lasting impact. Trust in the process, remain patient, and stay persistent. This combination will guide you through any challenge and lead you to a transformation that is both meaningful and enduring.
When we think about change, we often find ourselves waiting for that perfect moment. However, Jack Ma, the visionary founder of Alibaba, believes that true transformation begins the moment we decide to act. Making a commitment to change is a bold step, one that requires courage and persistence. Jack Ma often reminds us, if not now, when? Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Today, you have the power to decide whether you will remain where you are or take a step toward a life that fully aligns with your potential. Start by making one powerful promise to yourself and keep it. This is the first building block to a life of purpose. Once you've committed to change, discipline becomes your guiding force. Discipline is that steady anchor that keeps you on course, especially when the initial motivation starts to fade. Jack Ma reminds us that discipline is something we build through small actions taken repeatedly. A practical way to start? Choose one habit, such as a 10-minute morning routine of stretching and goal setting, and commit to doing it every single day. Or set aside time to read a few pages of an insightful book. These small, regular practices develop the muscle of discipline, ensuring that, even on difficult days, you remain aligned with your larger purpose. Setting clear and tangible goals is the next step to solidify your vision. Jack Ma emphasizes the need to transform your ambitions into concrete, measurable steps, instead of vague objectives like get healthier or be successful. Break down your goals into daily or weekly actions, such as cooking nutritious meals 3 times a week or networking with one new person every month. Jack Ma advises that each small milestone counts as progress, so celebrate each one along the way. This clarity in goal setting provides a roadmap, allowing you to focus your energy productively and stay encouraged with each small victory. Consistency is the silent powerhouse that turns dreams into achievements. Jack Ma often speaks about the strength of small, daily actions. Real change isn't about grand gestures, but the steady accumulation of meaningful actions. A useful approach might be setting a daily 15-minute timer to work on a specific goal, whether learning a language, practicing a new skill, or exercising. This micro-habit approach builds momentum, making even the biggest ambitions feel attainable over time. Imagine each action as a single brick. Laid each day, they form a strong, lasting foundation. Rather than searching for quick wins, Jack Ma urges us to trust in the process, knowing that consistent steps shape the future. Transformation, however, takes time, and Jack Ma emphasizes that lasting success requires both patience and persistence. There's no shortcut to meaningful change. If you're learning a new skill, improving your health, or building a business, real progress is gradual. Rather than expecting rapid results, measure success by your ability to show up day after day. Patience isn't just about waiting. It's an active trust in the process, a commitment to let each step take root and flourish. Jack Ma's story reflects this understanding. Alibaba didn't become a global success overnight. It was built through years of patience, countless setbacks, and an unwavering belief in the vision. When you face challenges, Jack Ma's advice is simple: keep going. Persistence is the difference between those who reach their goals and those who give up too soon. For example, if you're learning a new language, the days when it feels toughest are often the ones that strengthen your skills the most. Jack Ma emphasizes that every small effort counts, even when progress feels slow. Success isn't for those who rush to the finish line, but for those who stay the course, adjusting and growing with each step. Above all, Jack Ma believes in the power of dreams. Your dreams are the fuel that will carry you through every challenge. No matter how difficult the path may seem, don't let go of the vision that first inspired you. Jack Ma suggests visualizing your goals as vividly as if they were scenes in a movie. Picture yourself achieving them. The sensations, the surroundings, the emotions. This visualization keeps your dream alive, strengthening your resolve and making your goals feel tangible and attainable. Visualization, for Jack Ma, isn't just a hopeful exercise, it's a form of commitment. When you see your dreams vividly, you start to believe they are within reach. Try taking a few minutes each day to imagine your success in detail. Maybe you see yourself standing in front of an audience, sharing your story, or celebrating a personal milestone with loved ones. This mental practice instills confidence and clarity, helping you make decisions aligned with your goals. Jack Ma reminds us that this journey of daily growth is more than a 30-day commitment. It's the start of a lifelong transformation. The actions, habits, and resilience you develop now lay the foundation for every future achievement. These principles, discipline, consistency, patience, and vision, are what fuel your transformation, making each day an opportunity to get closer to the life you desire. So, are you ready to begin this journey? Jack Ma's message is straightforward. Life doesn't wait. With discipline, consistency, and the courage to pursue your dreams, the life you envision is within reach. The choice to act is yours. Make today the first step, trust in the journey, and never let go of the dream. As you step into this journey, remember that the path to lasting change is built one day at a time. Jack Ma's principles, making the decision to change, building discipline, setting clear goals, taking consistent daily actions, and exercising patience, are not just tips, but powerful tools to shape your future. Real transformation requires resilience and the courage to keep going, even when progress seems slow. So, what will your next step be? How can you start applying these principles today? Share in the comments which insight resonated with you the most, or how you plan to bring Jack Ma's advice to life. And whenever you need a reminder of what's possible, revisit this video to regain focus and motivation. If you're ready for more, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to keep learning, growing, and building the mindset of success. And don't miss our next video. Chase your dreams. The secret to overcoming every obstacle. Jack Ma's advice for more insights to fuel your journey.